Hey guys, we are live tonight, but if you're seeing this part, the live people have not gotten it on yet, you're seeing the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. Hopefully gonna load you down with lots of behind the scenes of what it's gonna take to make this documentary, the problems behind this documentary. But I'm gonna take this moment while people are rolling in, they're starting to come in. Hi David, hey Fess, hey Sathis, hey man, I appreciate you very much. I see your comments all the time. Thank you very much. Just going to hang out with you guys live for a little bit here, hopefully not too long. Got a big drive tomorrow. We're going to go to Louisiana. We're going to come. Randy in the house. I'm going to pretend you're sitting right there on the other side of the couch. We're going to have a good, fun conversation tonight with you, Randy. I want to first, before I get this show started, to howdy. I like that, the howdiness here in Texas. Sort of feel like we're at home in Texas. Feel like we're back in our territory in Texas. So now I want to say a big thank you. Yeah, you like it over there, Randy? Randy's saying it's comfortable. I believe you've sat in this bus, so you know it's pretty comfortable. So anyway, where was I? Oh, thank you guys so much for all the love and care. I mean, when I checked the comments on today's video where Lily was sick and scared us half to death, well, 3/4 to death, it was only like 5 or 6 hours after it went out, and there was like 350 something crazy comments. I could not believe it. I was busy for quite a bit just hearting those comments and was able to comment on a few of them, but read all of them to this point. So thank you guys very much for that. I'm going to jump right into tonight's content, why you clicked on this video. The problem in creating a documentary. You know, many of you guys were Kickstarters. We set out on this Great American Farm Tour, vlogging it every day, but also set out to make a summary type video, documentary of this thing. But let me tell you the big problem. I got notes here because there's a lot of numbers here. We've been so far 200 and Randy, you'll like this. You kind of like this math type stuff. We've been going like 257 days. The vlog we're editing right now, that Beauty's editing. 257 days, guys. Let's say every vlog was 15 minutes long. Some are shorter, some as short as 6 minutes, some are as long as 45 minutes down with Joel Salatin. But let's say on average they're 15 minutes. You know how many hours that is? Randy's probably beat me to it. Hey Thea, how you doing, girl? Pinned your comment, appreciate you so much. Pinned your comment earlier today on the AKA Princess Murday. Appreciate that very much. Anyway, 257 days, that would be, at 15 minutes would be 64 hours. Correct me if I'm wrong, and Randy, somewhere in like that. And if it's so if we were to make a movie of everything that we've already put up, guys, that would be 2.5 day movie, okay? Straight on, no sleeping, okay? And I want you to grab this. I want you to grasp this. If I'm putting up a 15-minute movie every day, in a week, I've created a feature film documentary. That's insane. That's right, Randy. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm cranking out the free content. So, that's the struggle. So, I'm going to talk about... that's not... Okay, that I have to narrow down into a 2.5 hour movie. Okay? No more than 2.5. Hopefully I can get it down to less than that. Capture the whole essence of this thing. That's going to be tough. And on top of that, add content that you guys haven't seen. Add commentary and storytelling from us that you guys have not seen. Now, I want to jump into some more of the problems in creating a documentary and talk to you about some of my struggles as I begin to think about how in the world I'm going to put this movie together. I want to promote something real quick, though, guys, because we've only got... Today is Thursday. I am selling the merchandise, the t-shirts, the mugs. I'm actually pre-selling the micro-documentary, or not the micro-documentary, I'm actually pre-selling the documentary. Right now you can get it for 20% off what it's going to retail in February when we release it. I don't think I guys have told you that goal, but I would like to release this movie February 17th, the day we left to set out on the Great American Farm Tour. So wouldn't that be cool, is to actually release and have the premiere, which I have some great plans for the premiere. I cannot wait to share those with you guys. So we'll be premiering this February 19th, but right now, and only until Sunday at 7 p.m., we're selling our merchandise, which our merchandise is going away, guys. It's not coming back. The t-shirts, maybe the mugs will. I'm not so for sure on that. But the t-shirts, I feel like it's kind of a, we're on this trip. It's kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It's going to go away, so you got to get it by Sunday, 7 p.m. if you want in on that. And the documentary pre-sale, it's 20% off right now. That pre-sale ends Sunday at 7 p.m. And then we did add a calendar, a 2018 calendar. Our assistant Heather just finished putting it together, designing it. Rebecca sent her all the photos. It's going to be amazing. You can plan your 2018, plan your use it as your life planner, whatever you do with a calendar, and it'll be so cool. It'll have images of the farms we've been to, the bus, all that kind of stuff, us. That'll be great. And of course that will not come back, because I don't think you want to buy a calendar in February. So we're selling that now. All this will be available by Christmas. If the documentary, if you order like the documentary, that's not going to be available until March. Let's say March. We premiere it in February. Let's just say March to be safe. That though will give you a digital download of a photo. So if you wanted to get it as a gift for somebody, okay, you could print that off and give it to them, and then they have something to hold in their hand, and they don't feel gypped by you at Christmas. Don't do that. Alright, let's jump into the content, guys. I've left a link to that, and it's down below. Now, by the way, you said make a trilogy, The Urban Gardener. I want to mention that right here. I'm hoping this live video is one of 3. I hope to jump on. Tonight I want to talk about the problems of creating a documentary. Tomorrow night I want to talk about the storyline, the different storylines I hope to have. And the third, I want to talk about the nitty-gritty, like I'm not a professional videographer. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that? I know very little about lighting and sound and all that kind of stuff. So I want to talk to you about how I'm going to approach that as I try to make a legit feature film, which happens to be my first will be my first feature film. I've dabbled in the micro documentaries, which I love, absolutely love those. Made several of those. I'll go ahead and say this. I will make those micro documentaries available as digital downloads for those people who are my customers of the Great American Farm Tour. That goes, guys, if you were a Kickstarter, you're going to get all these bonuses. If you get in a pre-order now, you're going to get all the future bonuses. There will be bonuses, okay? And right now I can say with good confidence that I'm going to include digital downloads of those all the micro documentaries I've done so far, like Dan Omens, that lady who lost her husband, these amazing stories that I've captured along the way. And that would be cool, because you guys could keep them and download them and show them to friends, share them, whatever. Alright, so let's get into the meat of tonight. The problems of... Another problem besides the massive amount of footage we have is... there are so many stories. Like, what direction am I going to go with? There's one... Let's go back here. The classic great story is what? The why somebody does something, or maybe the how they begin to go about answering that why. How do they do that? So how and why did we go on this trip? Going into more detail than maybe we have in the past. Us understanding even more now that it's almost over, why we did it and what we're getting from it. So first part of a story is just like why are we here, why are we watching this, why does anybody have an interest in this? And then classic story, there has to be a problem, right? There has to be a struggle. I'll tell you guys this, I used to think like some of our most popular videos are like putting this fat hen out of her misery, I knocked out my 1,000-pound bull, what in the world killed my chicken. I was thinking, why are these the most popular videos? Are people just sick? But no, they're not sick. What that is classic story, because here they see a problem in the headline and they say, oh, that's interesting, and I think deep down they want to know how people, how humans, how others just like them overcome those problems, right? So, and Danielle asked this or told this in her comments when I put up on Instagram, what do you guys want in this documentary? What kind of questions do you have for me on this documentary? At this point, you guys are still molding this documentary, okay? She outlined, I want to know why people are doing what they're doing. I want to know the struggles. And then the third classic part of a story. Do you guys know it? I mean, watch any Disney movie. Go to any movie that's out right now. Rampage with The Rock. There's a reason they're there. There's a problem, and then there's a victory. There's a struggle overcome. Well, guess what, guys? We have our own story on this. Why did we set out on the Great American Farm Tour? Well, we wanted to discover the greatest American farms. And did we do that? Well, my goodness, yeah, that's my problem. I did it too much. Like, there's so much. Like, how am I going to condense it into one big overarching story? Okay? There's so many directions with that. Some people are in the Instagram. And guys, if you want to contribute to some of this and you want to ask your own questions, follow us on Instagram. I think I have a link. Well, I do have a link up in my banner on the YouTube channel. It would be over there, I guess. It's a little Instagram, and you can go to my latest post and fire questions or suggestions, some things like that. So I could go many directions. Am I going to go instructional? Am I going to go more story, inspirational? And I think I'm going to talk about that more. I'm going to talk about that more in show number 2 tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll have the internet there. If not, I'll just shoot it with my camera and upload it when I can. So those are some of the problems. Some of the questions that people submitted in Instagram, and then maybe in a second I'll see if I can catch some of your comments and ask any of your questions. So they asked, well, there it is. I kind of answered that. They wondered if I was going to do, okay, I'll answer it. They wanted to know if I was doing inspirational versus how-to in the documentary. The documentary will be, because Randy's saying, why not both? I think I will blend some of both, because if you guys remember right, this journey was not only to discover the greatest farms in America, but for us to learn from some of the greatest farms in America. So in many farms, some of the farms we're going to book, maybe. Somebody's asking if we're going to do a book, maybe. But not in this pre-sale. Maybe at the premiere, maybe further on. I don't know. I'm just going to say maybe on that one. So, where was I there? Where was I? Anyway, I'm going to back up. Somebody tell me where I was. Otherwise, I'm just going to go back to my notes here. Oh, why not both? Okay, Randy, we're going to outline maybe 10 of the greatest things we've learned or something like that. We'll talk more about that tomorrow in the storylines, how we might blend some of that. But it's going to weigh more on the story side of things, the inspirational side of things for learning. And I'll say this here. I think that the documentary, it's going to be impossible to capture the total essence of the Great American Farm Tour. We're going to try. It's going to be something that you can watch in an evening with friends. It's going to be something you could share with them. It's going to be a way you could capture what happened to us in just one evening. Now, I'll hope to look at the documentary as a companion to the YouTube playlist, the Great American Farm Tour playlist, and my hope is that it's timeless. This has been a very hard trip, much harder than we imagined. Of course, we're towards the end. We're like at the 25th mile, the 26-mile marathon. So it's been much harder than we imagined, but it's like you work hard now and you reap the benefits later. I hope that's the case for our family, but I hope it's also the case for you guys and the people who will see this and be inspired by this 5 years from now. Okay? So hopefully it'll be a companion and people will see the documentary and they'll want more and they'll go to YouTube, or the people on YouTube will see the YouTube and they'll want condensed and highlighted, and they'll get the documentary. So another question somebody said is, what was your favorite and why? So I don't even know what I meant by that in the notes, to be honest with you at this point. But I guess they're talking about what are our favorite places and why, and are we going to be featuring that? And I think that will be a part of it, and we're going to talk more about that in the storyline. Somebody asked if it's going to be, I'll say this tonight and I'll probably say it tomorrow. I'm jumping ahead because I love this question. And it was something about, is this, like, if you had one word to wrap this up, I wish I could find it here on my notes. what would it be? And I think the overall message at this point in my head is gonna surprise you guys. I mean, our goal was to set out and discover some of the greatest farms in America, and we did. And I think the answer to that might surprise you. And I think I've led to that in some of the YouTubes, but I'll give you a hint. It's not Joel Salatin. I mean, everybody might be falling over in their chair right now. I mean, that's a great farm. I'm not hacking on them, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. There are some amazing farms, but I think we're going to get hit closer to home, more attainable. And I'm hoping that the end conclusion inspires everyone. Okay? Now I've said too much. All right. So if people want a series of my films, I'm going to point them to the Great American Farm Tour playlist. And we might refine the playlist. Somebody said, well, why don't, put a playlist of the states. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. We've already done that with Alaska and Hawaii. Why not do it with Montana and South Carolina? It's just about a matter of time and priorities. So might divide it up that way. But anyway, that's going to wrap up tonight's show. Tomorrow night's show, I know I wanted to ask you guys something. Oh, that's what that note was, that I didn't understand what I wrote down. Why don't you guys tell me? You guys tell me your favorite places that we visited, and then tell me why. So I'm going to wrap it up here with one conclusion, and then I might hang here and see if you guys want to fire away any chit-chat to me, and then I'm going to get off. But again, last opportunity to go ahead and get the t-shirts. They're organic cotton t-shirts from Farm Fresh out in California. They source their sheep locally, or their, am I saying this right? Yeah, I'm butchering it. Okay, the Farm Fresh, the California company, seeds their material locally for, yes, cotton, thank you. Thank you. I need to go off here and go to bed. Okay, locally, and then we're going to do the stainless steel mugs, of course. May bring them back. Not going to bring the t-shirts back. Going to bring the mugs back. So it's your only chance for the t-shirts, and then it's going away. And I'm not sure we're going to do the mugs. And so that ends Sunday at 7 p.m. Right now we're also doing a pre-sale on the documentary. You can get it for 20% off. It's going to happen. I mean, we kickstarted this thing, and now we're at the end. Lord willing and the creek don't rise, as they say in North Carolina. That's going to happen. Unless something crazy happens. I can't wait to tell you about it in the third series when I go into like the nitty gritty. Okay, we're going to talk about how I'm going to get this done. How as someone who's not deeply experienced in filmmaking, gonna have good sound, gonna have good lighting, gonna piece together narration from our family. I'm leaning too much into to the third series, so stay tuned tomorrow night. We're going to do another show, and then the next night. And do check out these products. The link is in the description. T-shirts, mugs. Oh, I want to mention this one more time. The calendar, guys. The calendar. It's going to be beautiful. Lots of pictures from the Great American Farm Tour. Summing it up. The greatest farms in America. And now, let's hang out a little bit. Link down there. Some guy said, can I think of any farm I didn't like? I know, right? And every farm has their story. Okay, good. Somebody's saying, is the DVD different than the one I pre-ordered? So you pre-ordered with Kickstarter, and that's all this is another pre-order. Kickstarter is a form of pre-ordering. This is now a pre-ordering, and it's not any different. Like, if you ordered the Kickstarter, you're in. And you got a great deal because you got in before we even started on this tour. You got an even better deal than what I can offer now, and then folks who jump in now on pre-order are getting a great deal, and then we're going to go at the full retail price in February. You are welcome, Robin. Thank you. Texas, I love you too. Somebody's saying Texas loves you. And Gary M says, I'm in. Thank you so much, Gary. And so if any of you guys opt in, let me know, and I'll call you out if I catch you. Oh, cool. You rewatch episodes. Thank you so much for that. Louisiana loves us. We haven't even gone there yet, and you love us. I love it. Good to be back in the South. So somebody's saying they like Paul Wheaton. I'll tell you what. Don't put your favorite farms in the comments. Put your favorite farm, or in these live comments. I'm talking to the live people. If you're a replay watcher, yes, put the comments there, and then that way they'll be, because I think these live comments go away after we go live, and then there's the regular comments. So put your favorite farms. I think I saw Sin City on here vote for himself. I think that's what I saw happen, Roman. Is that true? You can vote for yourself. There's no rule against that. Are you laughing at that? No, that was Roman. He got on here and voted for. Oh, he's saying no. I guess that's a. Well, why not? Why not, Roman? Get on here and vote for yourself, man. You were really cool. You were a really cool feature. No, I'm not going to. Well, I don't know. Somebody's asking me if I'm going to the Tennessee conference in May. I don't know. That's like asking me. That's like asking a first-time marathon who didn't train for the marathon at mile 25 if they're gonna go run a. That's not nearly as intense. So maybe a 5K. We're gonna have to think about that after we get settled. You are welcome, the Urban Gardener. It was a pleasure meeting you. And I do see your comments, and I appreciate you very much. You're jamming, buddy. You and Roman need to hook up. You and Sin City Farmer. Guys, you guys have a lot in common, both urban farming. You guys hook up in these comments. I love the series and all your videos. Thank you very much. Good night to you, Fess. Good night, buddy. Uh-oh. You gonna come see us? I couldn't see the name, but somebody's gonna come see us when the bus is on Airbnb. Man, we're gonna have to fix this bus up, I'm telling you. It's gonna be stationary. We were watching with a friend last night our fabulous bus conversion tour back when we were in Florida when we started. We were laughing so hard because so many things have changed. This bus has got beat up. I'm telling you, I'm glad we did a school bus conversion because the RV would be falling apart. It's not real wood and it's just fiberglass stuff. It would be. I'm glad we went with Will Wood because at least it's still sitting here. And so many things have changed, and some of our preconceptions were crazy. Are you gonna come say hey?
Yeah.
I'm wrapping it up. I did the show. Beauty, did you get done editing?
I did.
She's done the first edit, guys. I'm gonna do the second edit. Oh, Randy's voting for Roman. So.
I thought that was you, Randy, saying that.
What was he saying?
That can he vote for himself?
Oh.
He's gonna vote for that big old turkey.
Oh, Randy. You know, I will tell you this. That if this doesn't make the documentary, I'm gonna be surprised because I tell this story so many times. When I was up at Randy's in Minnesota. He said. You did pretty good. he said, I tell so many people this because I'm so happy with one thing I've noticed. Oh, Ken's on here. Oh, that's true. I updated on Lily, didn't I? I don't know if I did.
You did.
I just thanked everybody. Lily and Josiah are doing great.
They're totally healed. Well, they're
a little slow.
So they are recovering, but they are over it. No fevers. That's gone. No symptoms, just more tired.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap this. Let's wrap this up before 25 minutes. So people, guys, want to keep it somewhat short. I don't want people to be intimidated, and I want them to watch this video. But Randy Kleiman, quick story. I tell this all the time. You looked at me and you said, I don't know why you said this.
This is so funny.
You said, sometimes it gets minus 60 here in Minnesota. And you said it so casual. I was like, did I hear that right? Minus 60? And then I was like, yeah, I heard that right. And then my first question was, well, don't bad things happen at minus 60? But everywhere we go, people are so casual about what outsiders might look as something negative. Sin City, another place, it only rains 3 inches there. Nobody seems concerned. And up in Minnesota, it only gets minus 60. And back in North Carolina, I've realized our own biases. It's humid.
And we have ticks.
And there's trees everywhere. And there's ticks. But we don't think, maybe we should get out. we love it, right? And I'm finding that everywhere. Everybody's proud. When we go to Minnesota, they want us to go, you should stay longer or come back, right? Yeah. Every state is the same way. Have you found a non-proud state?
No, everybody's very proud of where they live. I mean, anyway, I guess that's a good thing.
So don't bad things happen at minus 60? And Randy, Randy, you looked at me and said, you said, he said nice accent now. Too.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Randy.
He said,
I'm trying to.
he said, yeah, bad things happen. Cars don't start. You get frostbite in 3 minutes. I'm thinking, all right, North Carolina's calling. But you love it, and you didn't say, like, nobody ever thinks, let's get out of here, everybody.
Yeah.
You just embrace it, because everywhere has their issues, but it's probably a wonderful summer.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Everything has great, like California, you might not, or water does not magically fall from the sky
No.
anywhere in California, does it?
No, I don't. Very
And-
seldom it does.
And half of America is a desert.
I know, y'all.
But
It is a desert. It is a straight up desert.
yeah, but then they say, well, it's sunny all the time.
I know, it's like 70 degrees or whatever it is.
And we got water in the ground. I mean, there was
Yeah.
water in the ground coming off of the mountains.
Lily's good. Lily's doing good. She's snapped out of it. And Josiah, he was able to have a nice birthday today. So
All right. Well, Gary, we'll thank Randy Kleiman for getting me excited. So I'm glad you appreciate that. We're gonna go. We're over 26 minutes. I gotta go do my part of the editing
yeah,
and get into bed. We gotta leave early.
I know we're
We
trying
got a
to
long
get
way to
on.
go tomorrow.
Hey, Topal.
Toppa!
In the
Love you
house.
too, buddy. Love all you guys. I feel
I
the love,
know.
especially in today's video with Lily getting weird and, you know, Rebecca feeling ashamed that she overreacted and
I
everybody
don't feel
assuring her
ashamed.
that she didn't.
I don't feel ashamed. It's just kind of funny that I don't know. I was just like so afraid, and then like we're like walking into the doctor's office, and Lily's like, "Mommy, I feel a lot better." And I'm
That's
all
how we're
like,
going then. Okay.
"Well, we're here. We're gonna see the doctor."
Yeah, look,
so.
Randy's saying Minnesota's the best. Okay. All right, guys. Good
Yep.
night.
Bye, guys.
Where is it?
I have no idea.
I don't see the end button, guys. I guess we're going to hang up all night. There's usually like a finish. Do you X out? I don't know. Do you X out?
I think
We
you
don't want
do.
to erase it.
Someone tell us how to get off of
Guys,
this.
we
don't
used to
even
have
know.
a button here. Okay, you want to push it? I hope it goes.
Oh, hold on, wait. What's that? Nope, that's not it.
No.
Let's just press it. See
All
what
right.
happens. Yes.
Yes, here we go.